What's up guys, and today we are in the reptile room because I want to show you how to set up a leopard gecko tub for $3. You want to go to Walmart and try to find a bundle of 4 of these 12-quart containers. You could raise 2 babies in here and then eventually separate them, or 1 baby in here for its entire life into adulthood. I've actually been using these paper towels recently. They work really good. It's the width of the tub. There's no folding, cutting, creasing, any of that. All I need to do is just rip it. Rip it and fit it. Rip it and fit it. Rip it and fit it. Perfect. These are the hides that I like to use for adults. They're Betty Crocker 5.4 cup size from the dollar store. You get 2 of these for $1, and these are the adult size ones. These ones, you get 3 for $1, and these are the baby to juvenile size ones. They are 3.4 cups. So I'm gonna set up 2 juveniles and 2 adults so you can see how it goes. So you will want one of these because we need to cut holes in the tops of those lids so that the geckos can get in for their humid hide. And just be careful not to cut yourself, but you'll want to make about a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch square. Once the square is cut, just simply pop it out. Make sure you don't feel any sharp edges. If you do, you could take a lighter and kind of burn it, let it cool for like 30 seconds, and then you're good to go. Again, just pop it, pull it, feel for sharp edges, and that's about the size you want right there. Now I should mention, one of the things that I really like about these adult size tubs and the baby size tubs is that they're the exact same size. So if you need to change a tub from adult size to baby size or baby size to adult size, all you have to do is take the lid that's already cut and move it to a new tub. Feel it, test it. And I use a little block like this to cut on. This is an old 2x4. It allows the knife to really cut into it so that it doesn't go into the table. All right, now we're gonna take our containers and put Eco Earth inside of it so that these will be humid hides for the adults and the babies. If you fill it up about halfway, you're pretty good. Halfway, pop it, place it. Same thing for the baby tubs, maybe about halfway or slightly over halfway since these are shallower tubs. Pop on the lid, and you're good to go. Now, like any OCD reptile keeper, I do have a certain way that I like things placed. We're gonna mimic this style right here. The tub goes in the back right corner where the heat strip is to create more evaporation and condensation for the geckos. They could drink off the top. As you see, there's condensation building on the lid, on the underside. And then I put the water bowl on the right and the food bowl on the left. And this is actually set up for a baby gecko into juvenile. You can see that this gecko is now a juvenile size. At first, I used to worry about the babies being able to get inside because this is pretty tall and they're pretty small. But when you put the food bowl next to it, the water bowl, and you have that paper towel substrate, they just kind of push against the side. They work their way in there 9.9 times out of 10. If you have a special needs gecko that maybe can't get up there, you can cut a hole here in the front of the humid hide so the gecko can more easily crawl in. But 9.9 times out of 10, even baby small geckos, small geckos, no problem whatsoever hopping onto the food bowl and hopping into the humid hide. So now we're gonna get water and food set up. These are for juvenile and adult size leopard geckos. They are 3 for $1 at the dollar store, and so now that's an additional 30 cents, giving us a grand total so far of $2 plus 50 cents plus 30 cents is $2.80 so far for an adult tub. And it'll be slightly less for the baby tubs because their humid boxes are 3 for $1. So it would actually be $2.60 for the baby tubs and $2.80 so far for the adult tubs. All right, now all the geckos that I'm setting up for today, they're all juvenile or adult. So I'm giving them all these adult cups from the dollar store. Now, what makes these adult cups so good is I experimented with so many different kind of containers. It has the weight so that an adult leopard gecko cannot tip it over. It has the perfect height so that an adult leopard gecko can still get inside of it, and it holds enough enough water so that if you're gone for like 2 to 3 weeks, as long as the gecko has had this filled up, the gecko will be able to drink from it for about 4-day period before it fully evaporates. Whereas with smaller dishes, they're gonna evaporate much faster within the first day or two. So the gecko has a little bit more leeway to drink water on day 1 or day 2 or day 3, but that's also where your humid hide comes in. If it's over the heat strip, it creates condensation and water droplets for the gecko. Plus, leopard geckos are from a desert-ish environment anyway, and they literally can go months without food or water. So, all right guys, so just to recap, the grand total that we're at so far, $2 for the containers, plus 50 cents for the humid hides, plus 30 cents for the water cups. So now we're at $2.80. Now, I am all about saving a buck, guys, as you can tell, but there is nothing, and I mean nothing better, that I've found to keep mealworms in the dish for the leopard geckos than these little feeder dishes from rainbowmealworms.net. They are also where I get my mealworms from. They are so great. If anything goes wrong with your order, if there was a delay and the worms or the feeders wind up dying, they refund your money like no questions asked. They just ask for you to show a picture, photo, or video or whatever showing that the feeders were dead on arrival, and they own up to every one of their customer service policies for sure, 100%, no doubt. Love them. They also sell these little feeder dishes in regular size or large size. For leopard geckos, you'll never need the large size, maybe unless you're feeding like 4 adult leopard geckos that for whatever reason are living together, like 1 male and 4 females, or 1 male and like 3 females. But if you're just housing 1 or 2 leopard geckos in a tub, this regular size feeder dish is 50 cents each. The lid locks in place, preventing the worms from escaping. It's perfect. And trust me, I'm all about saving a buck. If I find something at the dollar store that is equivalent to this, I will definitely let you know. For now, I haven't found anything that works as good as this. So whenever I order my mealworms, I just make sure I order some of these if I need to. Put the vitamins in there, kind of give it a good shake, get the vitamins and the calcium all moved around, and you have 1 tub 100% ready to go. It does not take much sprinkling of this stuff, guys. And guys, what the leopard geckos will do, especially the females during breeding season, if there's extra of this white powder in there, their vitamin powder, they will eat it up by itself, even if the worms are gone. So it's good to have a little bit extra in there so that they can lick it up for the vitamins, minerals, nutrients that they need, especially during breeding season. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. If you look at this tub, this is the same standard I use for every single one of these tubs that you see behind me here. So this is a 50 rack and a 50 rack. So this is about 100 geckos here that I set up in all the same way. And if we want to recap one more time, we got a 4-pack of these containers from Walmart for $8. So that's $2 for each container. We got a 3-pack of the humid hides for babies for 30 cents each from the dollar store. We have these little ketchup and mustard containers from the dollar store. 3-pack for $1, so also another 30 cents. And then we have these little feeder dishes from rainbowmealworms.net, and they are 50 cents each. Now we are at $3.40. And I know what you're saying. You might be like, Frank, your math is a little bit wrong here. It's really 33 cents and the adult ones are 20 cents more. Regardless of that fact, it's all within that $3 range right there. So I just wanted to show you guys how quick and easy it can be to set up a leopard gecko tub. If you have an ambient room temperature of like 85 to 90, they're good just in the tub. They will digest just fine. If you see any indigestion, if you see them throwing up or anything like that, then you will definitely want to put them on a heat strip of at least 90 degrees for them to digest their food. But I've talked to many other people, I've experienced it myself. Leopard geckos are pretty hardy animals. They will digest their food typically anywhere in that 85 to 90 zone. I would even bank to say that they can digest their food at lower temperatures, but I wouldn't want to promote that or push that until that was thoroughly tested. I just say that for your comfort's sake, in case something goes wrong with your heat strip, like stuff has gone wrong with my heat strip before and I didn't notice it or I didn't catch it for a couple days. I come back, none of them are on heat and the room's been like 75 to 80 degrees and they're all eating fine, digesting fine, even breeding fine, you know? So sometimes I think we kind of over exaggerate the needs of these animals, which is why I wanted to shoot a simplistic video for you of how to simply and easily set up a leopard gecko tub. Now, if you ever see anything wrong with your animals, discolored poop, throwing up, indigestion, anything that just looks off, consult an expert and tell the expert how you have the gecko set up. By doing so, the expert can analyze and be like, oh yeah, that gecko's way too cold. 65-degree room, way too cold. That's your problem right there. 75-degree room, too cold. That's your problem there. If you're having problems, the expert can kind of diagnose for you what might be causing the problem. So thank you guys. I'm gonna shoot a little time lapse here of me putting away some of the geckos, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, and have a Geeky Gecko great day. This is a beautiful male Eublepharis afghanicus, one of the pure subspecies of leopard geckos that exists. Beautiful little guys. Very dark and bold patterning. So if you want to create any dark and bold patterning in any of your leopard geckos, this is a good breed or line of leopard gecko to consider. There's his girlfriend, a very nice female Eublepharis afghanicus. And look at that beautiful pattern on the head. It looks like a mask. Very bold patterning. This one specifically kind of looks like a sea turtle right there. Really cool. All right, so these are the two smallest ones that we have. They will be getting set up in these baby to juvenile tubs right here. You'll want to make sure to get your labels all correct. Really pretty little juvenile. This one's a little bigger, but you can all see they all have that bold patterning on the head, on the back. A perfect species to work with if you're trying to enhance your bold pattern lines. This one kind of has a face right there with the mouth opening right on the back of its neck. Boom, boom. Eyes and a mouth. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so we got everyone put away. I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel. It's definitely growing. If you appreciate the content, please let me know in a comment below. Recommend some topic videos. I'm sure those topics will be covered at some point. My goal is to take the experience that I have in leopard geckos, the success that I've had with leopard geckos, the failures that I've had, and share it with you guys to maybe help save you some trouble along the way. Thank you for your support once again. Love you guys, and have a Geeky Gecko great day.